Hey everybody, how's it going today? Hope you're having a great day so far. Today I just ripped into a hobby box of 2022-23 Series 2. Just finished ripping it. I didn't want to show you the entire rip part of this one here because it would have taken a long time. I already put you through a couple of blasters yesterday. So what I'm going to do is skip the rip part and just do the reveal part and show you all the hits we get out of a hobby box. For those of you who have not pulled 2022-23 or just maybe new to the hobby, I'll show you like one of each insert so you have an idea of what you can kind of grab out of these boxes. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. There's some good hits in here, some so-sos. I'm going to start off with the so-so ones. These are just what the packs look like, basically. So let's start off with the Superstar Honor Roll cards, which are these two here. We got two of them in the box. The first one is Caden Gooley, which is fantastic. He's going to turn out to be a really good player. And Andrei Kuzmenko of the Canucks. Two young guys there that hopefully will have big impacts with their team. And those are the backs of the cards, just so you can see what those look like. Those are the first hits I pulled out. I also pulled out one instant impression of Jurgensen's for the Buffalo Sabres. That's what that one looks like. That's not one of the ones I'm super crazy about collecting, but you get them in the box, so can't complain. UD portraits are pretty regular with Series 1 and 2. So these are what these ones came out looking like for this series. Jake Christensen of the Blue Jackets and Bobby Brink of the Flyers. And I like Bobby Brink. He's a good player. And next ones are the World Junior Grads. We've got Elias Peterson, and we also pulled a Moritz Seider card. These cards are great. I like these cards, but I've noticed that the majority of them I pulled don't come out really good in the cuts. You can see the whiteness at the top of both of them if you look really, really closely there. So you got to be careful of those ones there. You can see a little bit better on the back here. So for some reason, these cards just don't seem to come out that well. But if you're grading, maybe just be careful because you may not get a good grade if you're trying to grade one of the World Junior Grads. Next one up, you get one per hobby box, and it's the French Parallel. And the way you know that, you have to look very carefully and see where it says Variant Francais. And this one was for Dawson Mercer. They made this one pretty easy to find, which they don't always do, because what they did is they actually put this one in both backwards and upside down. So it came in like that in the pack, which makes it a lot easier to find it. But they haven't always done that in the past, so that's a good thing too. Same thing at the top here. The cut is not fantastic. It's not horrible, but gotta watch out for those ones when you pull them, that they don't always come out great. One per box, like I said. Also, usually one per box, or most of the time, is the clear cuts, and I got one of Adrian Kempe, and I think I've pulled this one before, to be honest with you, so this might be a double for me. But never hurts to have a clear-cut card in your collection. They're always fun to have. One of the ones I do like a lot to collect are these Welcome To cards. They have one for each city in the NHL. And I pulled two good ones here, actually. I pulled the Seattle Kraken. That one looks really nice with the colors in there. And seeing that they're a newer team in the series, it's nice to pull one of the newer teams. And one of the teams that we're all familiar with from the Stanley Cup Finals right now is the Edmonton Oilers. Looking cool. And I should show you the back of that just so you know what they look like also. Those are those hits. Next one was a good hit. It's a population count, and we got one of Jake Sanderson of the Ottawa Senators. I seem to be hitting him a lot lately, but these cards... not always in a box, but usually if you do get them, it'll be one per box. And that is a great collector item to have. One of my more favorite inserts is the Dazzlers. We pulled off one of Kachatkov, and it's in the blue, which looks really nice here. There we go. You can never have enough Dazzlers in your collection. My favorite insert that's specific to this particular series is the Lunchbox Legends. I don't know why, but I just love these cards. I've got a lot of them. I don't have all of them. So I was hoping that if I pulled one, it wouldn't be a double, and it wasn't. It was Trevor Zegras, which is one of the ones I do not have. So very happy with that one there. That's the back of that one there. I just think it's a fantastic idea for a design. You know, when you're a little kid, you gotta have the best colored lunchbox possible. So that kind of reminds me of being a little kid there. All right, the canvas cards. I love pulling canvas cards. These ones were kind of hit and miss for me. I pulled two good ones and two not so good ones. The first one I pulled was Dyson Mayo, which is a great player. I have no problem getting Dyson Mayo, but I already had him, so this is just a double of him. I also pulled a Program of Excellence canvas, which are pretty rare. They're not guaranteed to be one per box. So if you hit one, it's really cool. The only problem is the one I hit was Isaac Ratcliffe, who's not one of the ones that would be at the top of the list, unfortunately. He hasn't played for over a year in the NHL now. I think he's been pretty much in the AHL for most of this time, if I'm correct. So that's too bad, but it's still fun to pull one that you don't see too often. I did pull two good other canvases, and one of them is Mr. Ovechkin himself, so we got a card of him. That looks fantastic. And the other good one we hit was Mr. Lucas Raymond of the Red Wings, who's trying to get to be a great player so far in his young career, so that was really fun to pull. Look at that shot. Like, you can see the puck going right through there. That's awesome. And of course, the ones we want to see the most are the Young Gun cards. You get 6 Young Gun cards per hobby box, and out of the 6 that I pulled, 5 of them were new that I didn't have. One of them was not new. The one that was not new that I've pulled before is Samuel Poulin from the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I have no problem pulling him again. Hope he does well with them. See his stats in the minors. And then the cards I did pull that were new ones start off with John Lizotte for the Minnesota Wild there. Looking for him for a while, haven't been able to pull him. Also, we got Jesper Froden from the Boston Bruins. Not sure what to expect out of him, but as you can see, he's played a few games with the Bruins so far, so we got some potential there. Next up, Brandon Bird. I think it's Brandon Bird. Is it a D or is it an O? It looks like an O. Yeah, it's an O. Yeah, so Brandon Bureau. So Buffalo Sabre player. I'm not too familiar with him overall. Yeah, there you go. You can see the O for sure there. So that's one of the ones I don't know too well, unfortunately. So hopefully it turns out to be good. And then two of the ones that I wanted to pull that I didn't have is number 1, Shane Wright, which was awesome. I still think, even though he hasn't had the greatest start to his NHL career, I still think he's going to be a star. He's got so much talent, and I'm going to call it right now. I think next year he's going to have a great year in Seattle, as long as he can get some regular playing time. I think he's going to throw the monkey off his back and prove all of us wrong for thinking that he's a bomb, because he kind of bombed a little bit in his first year. I think he's going to be fine. And then finally, the one that I wanted to pull the most, which I didn't have any luck pulling at all, but as you saw from yesterday's 2 blaster boxes, if you watched it, I got a lot of cards of him, and that's Mr. Brandt Clark from the LA Kings. Yesterday I pulled 2 oversized cards of him. That's right, not 1, but 2 oversized cards of him, which is crazy. And I also pulled a Dazzler of him too. So now I've completed that trifecta by getting in his regular Young Gun card. It's awesome. I also have a clear-cut card of him as well. So little by little, building up the collection of Brandt Clark. I'm not going to guarantee he's going to be a great defensive defenseman, but he does look like he's got the tools to lead the offense. So I think a couple years down the line, he could be a big point scorer for the Kings. That's pretty much everything I pulled out there, so hope you enjoyed watching the reveal. There's quite a lot of stuff here. It took quite a long time to do that, so apologize for that. So let me know what you think. Tell me which ones were your favorite cards that you saw pulled, and if you haven't seen these cards before the series, hopefully this helped you get a little familiar with what to expect if you buy a hobby box from Upper Deck Series 2. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Catch you later.